Hey guys, crew of Blind Wave, I'm Eric.
Shane.
I'm Calvin.
Aaron.
And we're here to watch the panel for episode 9. We are actually in Chicago at Celebration.
Yeah, yep.
It's right there!
But we were not lucky enough to get into the actual room with
Almost
the lottery.
got a tan.
Yeah.
But what that means is that we can actually record streaming this live event for you guys. So will there be a trailer in here? I don't know. We'll see. But as of right now, we're just going to be watching this video and checking it out. We thought, let's record our reaction for you guys.
Hell yeah.
So,
Let's do it, huh?
yeah, so we're just going to be waiting for it to start here. All right, while we're waiting for this panel to start up, I mean, we've been at Celebration here for, we had the day 1, this is day 2 for us. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. The exhibit hall has been the main thing we were at yesterday.
Yeah, we were there for a few hours.
There weren't too many panel type things yesterday or anything.
No. It was just hanging out and
we got to see
walking around. A lot of wave riders came up to us.
It's really cool.
So many.
More than last time.
Yeah,
A lot
so
more.
many.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, they're always really great. And we actually hung out with Bigfoot and Isaiah, too, for a little bit.
Yeah,
they're
a couple wave riders.
Really great guys.
We are recording a vlog as well, so you guys will be able to see a lot of that stuff whenever it's edited together.
Yep.
But yeah, a lot of fun. There was one dude came up to us, and it was Pablo. He got into every panel,
Yeah.
every lottery.
He did.
Yeah,
Good for
he's
him.
a little shit.
Lucky
From
man.
Mexico.
But he was doing it by himself.
Yeah, I know, right?
So like, I think that's what helped him.
That might have helped
Like,
him.
man, we got one seat left. Who can put that guy in?
Yeah.
And it
Anyway.
just happened to be for all the panels.
Yeah, but we got into we're gonna get into the Mandalorian, and we're
Yeah.
gonna get into the 20th anniversary of Phantom Menace. So
Yeah.
we'll tell you guys how that's gonna be after we go to those. I'm super excited for that.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, didn't get into the episode 9 panel, so we're just gonna be watching it here.
But luckily that means we get to do a little reaction and everything for it to see what
Yeah.
happens and what comes,
Yeah.
and we can talk about it like we normally do. Mandalorian, though, might be a little different.
Yep.
Won't have necessarily a reaction to everything, but probably a discussion later on.
Yeah, we'll have a
Yeah.
second viewing and then a hardcore discussion.
And we'll
so.
tell you what it was like to be in the room. while it's
Yeah.
happening.
Maybe Eric will have a little bit of. He thought about pointing his phone. You know what I mean?
Allegedly, I don't know. You're not allowed to do that. I don't think it's gonna happen.
There's also the we're gonna get access to the Phantom Menace 20th anniversary.
Yeah, that one's.
Yeah.
Gonna
So I'm
be
excited on what they're gonna show for that.
fun. Me too.
And I know Ahmed Best's gonna be there,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
cool. So
Yeah. Maybe I'd heard maybe they're gonna do some like never before deleted scenes, never before seen deleted stuff.
That would
That'd
be
be
cool.
kind of cool.
never before deleted.
Never before deleted. We had some shit, but we got rid of it.
Hey, show you just like file names and then it just, well, here goes.
Yeah.
Hit delete.
Yeah.
There it was, everybody.
Yeah. What else though? Just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
See, the thing about watching this here is that the more excited and hyped it is, the more pissed off I'm that we're not just right over there.
Yeah.
You know?
I was
Like,
looking
we're
out the
right
window.
there.
If you look out the window, there's a bunch of like clone troopers, stormtroopers,
Yeah.
Jedi,
There was an Anakin
and then when this
Obi-Wan
goes
fighting.
on, there's just gonna be empty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like the Wild West. You're gonna see the fucking.
Yeah,
There was an Anakin Obi-Wan fighting in the courtyard last night, just like distantly. I could see him fighting like Mustafar. It was
Right.
awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, it's cool.
No, there was
Yeah.
a big group of people getting pictures and stuff.
Really?
Like there was so many snowtroopers.
Oh, geez.
So many.
Yeah.
I did some B-roll of it too, so we might see it in the vlog and
Yeah.
stuff. But
Cool.
there was like stormtroopers. There was some Mandalorians. There was some Mara Jades. Like all kinds of stuff. It was great.
Yeah, one of my favorite things actually was we met a group of people, and they recognized us for our lightsaber choreography,
Yeah,
which
that
is
was
a big
cool.
part of how the channel began. And it's one of my proudest things. We don't really do it anymore. I want
Yeah.
to, but
Yeah.
it's just we're always so busy.
We actually had two. There was the guy from the lightsaber guild.
Yeah.
And there was the other guy from the lightsaber team.
Yeah.
We got their cards, but he was just singing their praises. It was really sweet. Yeah, it was awesome.
It's not too often anymore we get called out on like our saber fights.
But it was the most.
Yeah.
It was like the biggest deal yesterday. Like
Yeah.
more than the other ones.
Yeah.
Like because he really loves lightsaber fighting, and they use some of our fights as inspiration to show people, which is awesome.
Yeah, that was
so
cool.
You guys should check them out if you can find them.
lightsaber
Yeah.
guild and lightsaber team.
There you go.
One is like I don't know exactly what guild does. I know they work on choreography and stuff, more like live performing. I think the lightsaber team one was more of like a fitness thing. The way he talked about it,
Yeah.
it was like staying
No
in shape.
costumes
Yeah.
or anything.
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
all With the guild one, they do all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So depending on what you want,
Yeah.
that sounds kind of cool too.
Yeah.
And we could make our own temple.
We could.
We could. We have enough people.
We got Temple Blind Wave. That's probably not what it would be. It would be like
No.
Temple Sarlacc Pit or something.
Probably. It is the ass end.
We got back into it. I want to make
Places.
sure it's like one of the best fights. You know, what I mean, I couldn't do it.
Well, no, we just make a temple. We don't have to fight anything. We just make a temple.
Yeah.
We make videos.
Yeah. But if we ever made a lightsaber video, like Ferocity too, I'd want to like absolutely make sure it's
better.
Yeah, I mean,
The thing that would be cool to have like a live performance of like lightsaber fights.
that would be
That's
cool.
something we've never really done before.
Yeah. It's a lot different. But
Yeah.
you know, most of our fights we were able to go the whole way through.
It's like
stopping.
doing a movie versus doing like stage plays and stuff or Broadway or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the fight you gotta sell it more, and you gotta be
I mean, they're
turned away. Where if
They're
the audience is
completely
here,
different
you gotta do
beasts.
that. You know what I mean?
There's stuff you can't do and stuff you can do.
Yeah, exactly.
That kind of thing.
Like we can't have rotoblade. We
Yeah.
can't rotoscope everything.
Nope. It'll just be worse.
Go watch Ferocity.
All right, well, we're just gonna wait here for this thing to start.
Yep.
I'm excited. Episode 9. There's a big giant art banner over there that has like every single film except for the end, which is now covered with a black cloth.
Jason
so I bet
Palmer.
you after this, that's undone.
There'll be
It's
something
episode
shown.
9.
Yeah.
So
Well, they had a few things too. There was some spots where like they were selling T-shirts and stuff where it's like this will be unveiled on Sunday.
Yeah.
This will be unveiled after the Mandalorian one. So it's like ooh, some people know some stuff.
Yeah.
And they're not showing what it is yet until this day. So
Yeah.
there's definitely some information gonna be given out at some point or something. So I'm excited about that. But I also really loved some of those like that truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That truck was awesome.
That was awesome.
There's some really cool things over there. Some people with like crazy cool like outfits and everything.
People
There's also
have
some
custom
really
and
cool,
pimped out vehicles.
yeah, custom made vehicles and stuff with the Han and carbonite. And,
You saw all the signatures.
Yeah.
I would just steal that tailgate.
yeah.
Like 95% of the
steal the
autographs
truck.
were on the tailgate.
Dude, could you imagine if you were driving that like here and had an accident?
Oh my gosh. No, they trailer it. There's
Dude.
no way.
I was driving down
still have
2nd
an
Street in
accident.
Marietta.
Trailer in it.
I was driving down 2nd Street in Marietta with my truck the other day. My tailgate fell off. It was dragging by a wire.
By a cable?
Yeah, I was just driving. I heard a. What the hell is that?
You didn't hear it fall off.
I look back and I could just see like my truck without a tailgate, you know,
Yeah.
and this thing just doing it. I was like, oh shit!
Behind you?
No, so I just got in there.
Good thing you were on Pike
Did
Street.
you just go home?
I got out,
drive
and threw
home.
it in the back,
Fuck it.
slowly went home. Oh shit!
oh,
shit!
Oh, fuck me.
All right, to get loud. This stage looks pretty nice. It's much
Yeah.
better than last year's. Huge stage coming out first.
Star Wars Celebration. On your feet. And please welcome our host, Mr. Stephen Colbert.
Whoa!
Stephen Colbert.
I didn't expect that.
I wanted his autograph.
Welcome, Stephen Colbert.
That's awesome. There's a lot fewer lightsabers than I was expecting.
They got my socks.
We haven't been to the celebration stage yet.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Star Wars Celebration.
I love that Star Wars Episode 9 stuff over there. And
Please sit down. You will need to conserve your energy for the exciting hour you're about to be a part of. Save a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Stephen Colbert. I am so
many chairs
excited.
are
I
there?
just flew in from Dagobah, and boy, are my S-foils locked into attack position. And if you don't understand what I just said, what are you doing here?
turn them off.
Now you might be saying to yourself, wait, what is Stephen
out of
Colbert
time,
doing
I
at the
think Fox
episode
caused
9
this.
panel? I know he is a lifelong fan of Star Wars, but doesn't he do a TV show 5 nights a week in New York City? Doesn't he have a show tonight? How could he be here? Well, let me ask you this. Am I really at this panel right now? Isn't it just as likely I'm in lotus position on the roof of the Ed Sullivan Theater, force projecting myself onto this stage right now? There's no way of knowing. Go ahead, try to strike me down. I'll become more powerful. He tried. I will become more powerful than you could ever imagine. Also, and this is very important, do not try to strike me down, because I might actually be here and that would hurt. I do have a security force with me, and at least one of them is a no-gree.
No great. Yeah. he
Again,
knows his
if
shit.
you don't know what that means, why are you here?
Come on. Vader's bodyguard.
We know Star Wars isn't just a movie. or a cartoon, or a Christmas special,
Christmas special.
or a breakfast cereal, or a soap dispenser, or a Pez dispenser. It's not even just an ice mold that makes one giant cube in the shape of a Death Star that makes your cocktail very fun.
It does.
We got this.
Yes, it's all those things, but it's not just that. It's also a place. It's a universe. It's where we go to get lost, to get inspired, to feel understood, to feel like anything is possible. 40 years in, more expansive and diverse than ever any of us can imagine being that young kid on Tatooine, about to take our first step into a larger world. I was once that kid, and on my best days, I still am. Now, a few months ago, my friend, J.J. Abrams, mi compadre, my Soul Cycle emergency contact, called me up and he said, Steve, would you do me a favor? And I said, of course. Why? Because again, he's my friend, and I like to repeat that every so often. But he's also a creative genius who understands the spirit and the joy of science fiction. And perhaps most importantly, because he let me visit the Episode 9 set.
That'd be great.
Bitch.
I know things.
I know things.
Oh, the things I know. I got to go in the thing, and I saw the place where they were with the people you remember from that place. And you're not going to believe the new things for them theys who usually have other things, but now they have a new one. This is going to be so much more exciting when we can use nouns. Of course, we're here today to talk about Episode 9, the movie that completes the Skywalker saga. So, let's get this thing started. It is my pleasure to introduce the president of Lucasfilm, Kathleen Kennedy, and the director of Episode 9,
I feel so big with that
J.J.
mic.
Abrams.
Yeah, right? Yeah, J.J. Abrams.
Sir,
Yeah.
please, let the games begin. Here we go. Now,
Hello, Chicago.
Kathy, JJ, obviously this room is electric. It's soaked with gasoline right now. We're just going to light a match. We know how these people feel. They are just on the edge of their seats with anticipation. What is it like for you, for the people who have created this film, to have that first moment of revelation, like the things that you know you're going to give to the audience today, the things they're going to learn? You've done this before. What's this moment like right before you open the present?
Thank you, JJ. You know, the thing I think about all the time is the responsibility we have. And we have it with all of you, and it's something that we talk about every minute that we're involved in making these movies. And this one in particular, I think the little film you saw at the front end, George was saying that this is the third act of a 3-act structure. It is. That's
There's a video of
exactly what
George.
it is.
Missed it.
And we've immersed ourselves in everything George created, talked about it endlessly, and we're so excited because I think what you're going to end up seeing, you're going to be so happy with. We are incredibly excited to show it to you.
Cool. So they worked with George a bit for this last
And this guy sitting next to me, he cares more than anybody I know. So.
Well, first of all, thank you all for coming. This is unbelievable to be here with you. I have to say, in answer to your question, Stephen, hello. In answer to your question, I think that, but I love you also. That the thing is that at this stage we've been so sort of in that focused cave of the editing room, and working so hard with a very
Cave.
small group of people, and you're aware, of course, what Star Wars means to so many outside of those rooms. But to come here and to have this kind of warm reception and to be physically, viscerally reminded of what it means is the most amazing and exciting shot in the arm. And like Kathy said, we cannot wait for you to see what we're cooking up.
Okay, so with that in mind, where are you in production right now?
7 more chairs.
Well, we're editing and we're doing visual effects. When you wrap a movie like this, as you all know and can imagine, the directing doesn't stop, the story creation doesn't stop. So you keep. They actually love each other. They love each other.
Thanks, sir. Yeah.
It's the greatest thing in the world. The process continues, and so we're editing, and things are going pretty well so
They
far.
can't go back to Jakku.
That was my first thought. I'm like,
My
they wouldn't
first
do that
thought,
here,
yeah.
right?
The final movie of a 9-movie arc. What's that like? That's unprecedented in filmmaking to have this one story, over this period of time. As you said, the third, three-act plays, as it were.
Yeah, it is. And I think that what's also fascinating is it's over 40 years. So the context that George was working within, it's 40 years later. And to keep this relevant and meaningful to the characters and to the people experiencing this story, it has to feel like it's of its time. And I think that what we've done is we've taken to heart everything that inspired George, and then I think the inspiration that JJ's brought to this has given it even more depth.
Well, also, this movie, in addition to being the end of 3 trilogies, it also needs to work as its own movie, and that's been part of the fun of it, part of the challenge of it. But this movie, it's about this new generation and what they've inherited, the light and the dark, and asking the question as they face the greatest evil, are they prepared? Are they ready? And it's been really incredible to look at this thing that George created and to bring it to a close in this way about this new generation.
It is so hard to sit here next to you and hear you say the greatest evil without going, who is? What is? Can you give us any hint?
Kathy?
Kathy?
Moving on. I was lucky enough to interview Carrie Fisher a few times, and even the little bit I knew Carrie Fisher, I know there's fundamentally no way to replace her as a person or as that person playing the character of Princess Leia. How did you approach filling the void left by Carrie in this movie?
Well, as I've said, we couldn't. And as Chris Terrio, the co-writer, and Kathy and Michelle Rejwan, producer, as we all talked about how to move on. I mean, she was
Oh,
the
that was
best.
Gary Fisher.
She was glorious. She was amazing. And we all just loved her. And I knew her for many years before as well. Episode 7, she was the greatest. It was impossible. There was no way. What are you gonna do? You don't recast that part, and you don't suddenly have her disappear. And the weird miracle of having had a number of scenes from Force Awakens that had gone unused, looking at those scenes and starting to understand that there was actually a way to use those scenes to continue her story so that it would be her. The idea of having a CG character was off the table. We'd never even want to try. And the idea of saying, well, what if we could actually write scenes around her? So it would be her performance, she's in the movie. And the crazy thing is, and I say this, like emotionally, it's every day it hits me that she's not here. But it's so surreal because we're working with her still.
It's gotta be crazy.
If that makes sense. She's
Yeah.
in scenes. She's so alive in scenes. And the craziest part is how not crazy it feels. She is there in these scenes. In some scenes with Billy, her daughter, who is in the movie as well. And it's just, Princess Leia lives in this film in a way that is kind of mind-blowing to me.
Are there?
I'm interested to see how that plays out.
Yeah.
What are some of the differences you can, like, what are some of the new things in this film that you can share with us? When last we saw the cast, they were all spread out. When those stories ended, they were not together. They'd been split up. Are they? Do we pick up exactly where we left off? Can you tell us anything about how far the stories have progressed?
She gave permission.
Ooh, what's this?
What I will say is that that the movie doesn't pick up immediately after the last film. Some time has gone by, and what I'll say is that in this movie, and you could tell by that picture, it's the very beginning of it. But this is an adventure that the group goes on together.
Ooh, yeah.
And this is, yeah.
Okay. That feels pretty earned.
And it's a story that I think one of the great things about the movie, getting to work on it, was the dynamic between the characters. They are just the most wonderful together, and that's the thing I'm sort of most excited for you all to see.
What about your use of CGI versus practical effects or locations, or like is there can you talk about that at all?
The director, go ahead.
Thanks. I want to tell you so much, but I will say this: that as with the Force Awakens, what we tried to do, despite this being this epic space adventure that takes place on many worlds and in many places, that we did everything we could, building sets, interior and exterior, going to locations in and around in England and in Jordan and other places. We did everything we could to have it in camera. One of my favorite things as a kid, and I still remember that visceral feeling at 10 years old, seeing, looking at what I learned later was Tunisia, but it felt like you knew you were in a real place. It was, and to one of the infinite number of brilliant strokes that George had was to tell the story in physical, actual, real locations. That's Jordan, the location. Wadi Rum, where they shot, Lawrence of Arabia, and you get there and you're just looking around, you can't believe what you're seeing, and it's amazing to have the sort of that kind of beautiful nature as a backdrop for sequences. So we tried to keep it as real as possible, as physical as possible. It was better for the actors, better for the movie.
Kathy, what was the last day of shooting like?
It was emotional, and I can't really give you details except to say that.
All right.
Remember, this is
Were there a lot of people on
set?
People on set?
There were a few people on set, yeah.
There were a few?
Just a few.
Come to this event, learn nothing.
Oh, I get it now. You asked me to come to Chicago to ask questions, not get answers. Okay. Whew. All right, let's, anything else you want to cover before I bring out some cast members?
Oh.
Sure? Cast members. Cast members. All right, wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome C-3PO, Anthony Daniels, and R2-D2.
He's been in every movie.
Yeah.
I think he's the only one, right? R2 wasn't in Solo, but he was in Solo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This way!
Anthony Daniels, huh?
Anthony, hello.
Hello.
Anthony, you're in every film.
Yeah.
3PO is what binds the films together and surrounds them. What is it like to be a physical embodiment of the Force throughout all of these films?
I never knew. I mean, I don't know where it is, but yes, what a beautiful way of putting it. But I want to say something first. On tweets today, people were all over the world saying, wish I could be here. And I know we're on camera, so I don't know where the camera is, but whoever is in Australia or all the other countries around the planet, I want to give you a big wave and you're here in spirit, okay?
He stayed in
Don't you
such
think?
shape.
Yeah, you did.
Because not everybody can be here. So yes, one of the things you will notice about 3PO is he is the voice of reason. I mean, you think Obi-Wan Kenobi knows it all. Yes. 3PO is the one who tells you that you're in danger. You should get out of there, yes? And what does everybody do in 3 trilogies of 9 movies? They say, shut up. Well, I'm here to say, enough. The droid fights back.
That's funny.
Sorry.
When you return to playing 3PO, do you ever say to yourself, "Oh, I wonder if I'll still fit in it"? It's like a bride going back to the wedding dress.
Totally like that. And on the first fittings, generally, bit of a squeeze. But then I'm back in the gym. Look at that. I'm on a diet, whatever,
Jeez.
and I squeeze back in. Because if I don't,
So good.
Uh-huh. Those metal pants, man.
40 years.
Yeah.
what was really scary in that wonderful little pre-show history film you showed, it had a picture of me with hair as black as JJ's.
Oh.
Be warned, JJ. Yeah, it's being 3PO has all sorts of parameters to it, you know. But I just love the guy, so I've got to tuck inside there somewhere.
If 3PO was real and you could purchase one.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. I know he was real. He was available. No longer available. A discontinued model a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. If 3PO was still under production, would you want your own 3PO unit?
Are you crazy? Look, things like Alexa and Siri terrify me.
Terrifying.
I was once a sat-nav for the car. Yeah. At the next roundabout, turn left. Take the 5th exit. Shut up! How did I know where? I mean, it's true. I actually had to turn myself off.
Yeah, there was a Darth Vader one, too.
It happens regularly every morning in front of the mirror these days, but you know. Would I want 3PO? I would want, I regard 3PO as my best friend in many ways. And I would genuinely want a best friend who cared for me as much as 3PO does. Leave it at that.
That's very sweet.
R2.
Stephen, is this a more satisfying interview so far?
This, all of this is exciting to me. All of this, I can't believe I get to be on stage with C-3PO.
I can't believe I'm on stage with you three. I mean, look at this. This is a fan fest all of our own.
Okay, I understand you have a book, Anthony, that's being announced tomorrow, and you can't give us the title of the book, okay? Right?
Right.
You can't give us the title.
Right.
But can you give us the title that you wanted to give the book that your editors said the audience wouldn't understand?
He said the public won't understand, worldwide they won't understand. I was very hurt. I came up with this really cute title, and they said, nah, won't work.
What was the title?
Well, actually, would it be a scientific experiment?
Sure.
They said you would never understand. Are you ready? If you understand the title of my memoirs of Star Wars, and you get it, will you cheer? If you think indeed it was a numbnut title and you don't get it, will you boo? Are you ready? And the other people, are you ready? And the people up in the cheap seats, are you ready? The title of my memoirs was Telling the Odds.
Never tell me the odds.
Yeah, that's great.
It was so difficult. I will tell the odds.
Yes.
That'd have been great.
Yeah.
I wonder what they went with.
I don't know. Probably something
It's
worse.
too late. They already printed the cover, which you will see at 11:30 tomorrow. And I will tell you that I actually do like their title as well.
All right, let's bring out our next cast member. The long-awaited, much-beloved Lando Calrissian.
Oh,
Billy
shit!
Williams.
Snap.
Billy D. I wonder how fly he looks. He looks so
He
fly!
looks so
This
fly.
guy's Kane too.
Yeah.
We saw him yesterday.
Yeah.
Pretty far away. But we saw
He's
him.
gonna be in episode 9. Can we hear him talk?
Sweet. You're all so sweet. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's smooth voice.
And there's an awful lot of you. My goodness.
They got a lower chair for him.
Love back to you. Love back to you. You know, I'm a very lucky person. You know, I didn't expect to be in this little adventure. I agree with you. But I got lucky. And I ended up working with somebody that I have a tremendous regard for. J.J. Abrams. I love his name, J.J. Abrams. He's a beautiful young
One
man.
can be so blessed to have that man
Yeah.
say your name.
He's extraordinary. And, you know, I've been doing this for a long time. You know, I think 60 years I've been doing this. And I've been fortunate enough to work with some pretty extraordinary people in my lifetime. But this is probably I regard this as a real highlight for me. It's true, genuine highlight in my life.
Well, Billy, what was it like to come back to a character after so many decades? Was it like riding a bike, or did you have to? How did you find Lando again?
How did I find Lando again?
Yeah. Was it easy to slip back?
Lando
into the
never
cave?
left me.
Yeah, baby.
Playing Lando for decades.
Holy shit!
Oh my God! Look at him.
It's solo colors.
He really looks great. He looks amazing.
There he is.
Oh, it's so good.
A shade older, but he's still there. He's still hanging in there.
Falcon too. That's his ship.
Yeah.
Well, Kathy, JJ, what was it like on the first day, the first time that Billy D. Williams came back?
Jaw-dropping. I mean, I think all of us just kept looking at one another. I know you didn't quite realize just how awestruck we were, but it was amazing.
It was a big group scene, so there were a lot of extras, and Billy came onto the set, and it was like, and it just went silent, and everyone's just like watching, and it was so sweet to see the reaction from the people who were working on the movie. But it was honestly, it was an emotional thing. It really was.
And I will say the thing that I always love with JJ is that he'll turn to me and he'll go, "Oh my God, can you believe this is happening? Can you believe this is happening?"
Oh, that's funny.
It's nice to have all of this, these accolades and all of this admiration.
You just say more.
But when you're doing this kind of stuff, this acting stuff, and to really have an opportunity to work with some really, really wonderful, extraordinary people is something I really enjoy more than just making money. But don't get me wrong, I love making my money.
He's laughing himself.
It's like an old chain.
Hang out and play around with ideas and with people like you, Monsieur JJ.
Well, speaking of money, Lando
wonderful
is
experience.
not entirely a bad guy, and he's not entirely a good guy either. Like the last time we saw him, yes, he's Han's friend, and he comes to the rescue, but he's a little bit of a lovable scoundrel at the same time. Is he the same guy?
There's a thing called expediency.
Oh, expediency.
You know, when you're in a situation, especially when you're up against somebody like a Darth Vader, you have to, and you own what is pretty much like owning Las Vegas. If you're like a Steve Wynn, you know, kind of an entrepreneur, and you have this kind of threat. Here's a guy chasing after, Boba Fett's chasing after. I have to explain this stuff to people. I don't understand why.
You don't have to explain it to these people.
You know, I get sick and tired of being accused of betraying Han Solo.
Sick and tired.
Never gonna live it down.
I blew up the Death Star.
No, it's like first person singular. You know, all of a sudden I'm talking about me instead of Lando Calrissian. But anyway, he was up against Darth Vader. He had to figure something out. By the way, did anybody die?
But did you die?
Nobody died, right? Nobody died.
No. He played it right. He played it right. He rolled the dice and he won.
So, you know, I had to figure out how to prevent the complete demise of my friend and his friends. So.
Really, in retrospect, the hero of all 9 movies, Lando Calrissian. If you think about it. All right. Exciting. Well, we have more cast members to introduce now. It is my pleasure to introduce the next generation cast. Please welcome Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, Oscar,
Feel the energy coming
Isaac,
off there.
Carrie Marie Tran, Jonas Sortano.
Oh my gosh.
The BB-8.
Good to see ya. Naomi Ake
Okay, I don't know who she is.
and BB-8.
BB-8, good children. How do they bring the droids out?
Yeah.
Crazier BB-8.
Right.
Look how tall he is.
Dude, he's huge.
Mm-hmm.
He's like squat down in that chair. That's so cool. I'm so jealous. Look at his beard.
Such a cool beard.
Oh my gosh.
And look at John's hair.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Beautiful. Look at this.
I wonder if that lady is in the end.
New character.
I was wondering if Adam Driver would make it, but I'm not seeing it.
I don't want to interrupt.
Maybe he's not in it.
I don't want to interrupt, but I will cheer this long too. But we got to get some questions. All right. Hey everybody! Just because there was so much cheering, let's go over the names again. Daisy, John, Oscar, Kelly, Jonas, Naomi, and of course BB over here. Naomi, you're the newest member of the crew here.
Hello. Hi. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, there's so many of you. Yeah, that's a lot.
Welcome
That's
to your
really
first
cool.
Star Wars celebration.
Yeah, man. I'm happy. I'm very ready to celebrate. I've been waiting for this. It's cool. Hi. Yeah.
Well, what's it like to get the call that you're going to be in the next Star Wars film? Like, where were you when you find out?
I was in bed. I got the call at like 7 o'clock in the morning. My best friend was sleeping downstairs, and my dad was in the house, and I like yelped. My dad ran up the stairs, and he just sat at the end of my bed, and he just had his hands like on his mouth, and I like open eye sobbed. I was sobbing it, but then my best friend was sleeping downstairs and I couldn't tell nobody, so I had to just like, I went down and made a cup of tea and I was like, "You're right, babe, everything's cool, like, yeah, just a normal day." It was incredible. It's mind-blowing. This is mind-blowing.
What did your dad say when you told him?
My dad was telling me to shush because I was talking too loud on the phone. So he was more telling me to be quiet so that my best friend wouldn't hear. But so he knew from the beginning. Sorry, JJ. He knew from
So
when
we,
he was
we
the
don't
only one.
know. We don't know anything about your character yet.
No.
We don't know your character. We don't even know your character's name. Can she reveal the
Am I allowed?
character's name?
Thank you. Her name is Jana.
Jenna? Jenna?
I can't.
Jenna, that's it. Holy shit. Cool. Badass.
I'm so happy. It's so cool. Yeah, man, that's
Last
wicked.
name.
I mean, all I can really say is like the original group are going on like this epic adventure together, and I'm like so excited about where Jana crosses paths with them. It's wicked.
Jenna.
No, I've been told that there are rumors on the internet that your character is Lando Calrissian's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go full Maury Povich on you right now. Is your father on this stage?
Listen. Lando is a very charming man, so he could have children all over the universe. That's all I'm saying. Am I right?
Now, before you do this part, your most famous role was playing Lady Macbeth.
Yeah.
Does Shakespeare help prepare you for space opera?
No, nothing.
No.
I don't think anything can prepare you for this. Actually, not any kind of training at all.
All right, John. Yo. Welcome back to Star Wars Celebration.
Thanks, dude.
Now, I know there's very little you can reveal.
As always.
So I will give you a choice. Either tell me what happens to Finn or try to explain Brexit to these people.
Pick one.
Pick one.
I'm gonna go with that Finn. But it's well, actually, hi guys. It's good to be back. It's amazing. Finn.
I love his outfit.
Good.
It's sweet.
Y'all
He's
see
good,
my
man.
colors?
Oh, those blue pants, red stripe.
On this adventure, I think
has
Finn
Quill
has
and
just
Bliss,
found
right?
his footing and his identity within the Resistance. I think the last two movies, Finn was couldn't decide where he belonged, and in this film, he's a full-fledged Resistance sexy young man. As you can see, as you see by the picture.
Is that a special division of the Resistance? Sexy young men?
Honestly, at the beginning, full brigade. My big thing was costume. I always felt that Finn didn't have his identity through this costume. And JJ was like to me, you're gonna love this one. And I saw the blue pants coming out of the cupboard where Michael Kaplan was coming out with it, and I was just like, I'm in Star Wars now. So it's been great.
I like his jacket. He
Now,
gets from
Finn's
Yeah.
enemy
Bruce
over
Willis.
the last two films has been Captain Phasma.
Yeah.
It seems like she died in
The first
The Last Jedi, but
She's
it
gone.
also
Rest
seems
in
like
peace.
she died in The Force Awakens.
Old news, she's gone. Got rid of her.
Does Finn get any closure in this movie?
Emotional closure, you know. Sure, I mean, I don't think about her at night and stuff. But I definitely feel that there's some form of closure within who he identifies with, who is family, what is love, what is friendship, and that's what defines him in this movie. But Phasma, yeah, she did. She did.
She did.
Now, Finn has fought Captain Phasma twice now.
Yeah.
But, could Finn take Brienne of Tarth?
No.
I'm not even going to meet her. I'm going to just shoot her from the building and be like, yeah, she's done. She's done. No, I don't think so.
Now, it seems like there might have been a little bit of a love triangle going on with Finn and Rey and Rose.
You add Poe there as well as a love triangle.
Love triangle.
Very complicated.
Very complicated. We've got a few aliens that have been looking at Finn a certain type of way, so I don't know if they want to add their names to the list. But yeah, it's a love pentagon, man. It's just, there's a lot going
Is Finn
on.
the galaxy's most eligible bachelor?
I think he is, period. Period, point blank. Finn is single and willing to mingle, so...
Oscar, good to see you again.
Great to see you.
There's been so much
Love
stuff
Chicago.
lately. I've been there with that building ever.
Who?
You got a thing.
I understand. Let's get to the heat of the meat right away. Who's a better pilot, Poe or Han Solo?
Oh, shit. Everybody's booing.
Yeah.
You did that, huh?
We're gonna go there.
You're doing that to me. There was so much goodwill a second ago. He just burned it in front of my eyes. All right, look, no one can pilot the Millennium Falcon like Han. Nobody. However, Poe is he can literally fly anything. I'm just saying Poe is the better Uber driver.
The better Uber driver.
Oh, like Nathan Drake.
shit.
Look at that. I love it.
Man.
You look like Nathan Drake.
Yeah, he should play Nathan
Uncharted
Drake.
3.
I don't know how I could.
You guys like the
possibly
scarf?
enjoy
Nice scarf,
this
right?
movie.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I could enjoy this movie more than I'm enjoying watching you enjoy these photographs. That's a high bar. Now you were born in Guatemala, raised in Miami.
One shot for Yapping Fort.
Nice, Miami. 305. Cuban father, so Cuban and Guatemala.
Star Wars has been translated into every language on the planet. What's it like doing press around the world when you're able to speak to the Spanish-speaking press in their own language about the films? Like, how would you describe Poe or this film in Spanish?
Well, it's just like this, but in Spanish.
Like,
very similar.
is Star Wars? Forgive my ignorance. Is Star Wars in Spanish or is?
No, it's Star Wars. Oh, it's actually Guerra de las Galaxias is the other one.
Sorry, it's what?
Guerra de las Galaxias.
Which means?
Well, actually, I guess like War of the Galaxy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want him to Star Wars.
And your buddy is Arturito. Little Arthur.
Little Arthur.
Is always cracking a joke at the darkest moments. Whether it's taking on a dreadnought and an X-wing or being interrogated at Kylo Ren, is everything a joke to him? Why won't he take any of this seriously?
Oh, well, they show.
I think he takes his love for Finn very seriously.
College pop, don't they?
Yeah. Yellow border on the console.
Very seriously. He's a human, he has no real special powers. Yes, he's a great pilot, but deep down he's just a human, and I think one of the most human things you can do is find the irony and the humanity in even the most crazy, darkest moments. I think that is an element of the Force. Humor.
Yoda would say so.
Poe was born into war. He was from Yavin 4, the planet the original Death Star tries to destroy in Episode 4. And his parents both fought the Empire. Let's say the war ends one day. What's Poe do after the war is over? What's his fault?
Uber seems like a good place to go. Space Uber? Yeah. Space Lift? I don't know. It's true. He seeks a bit of that adrenaline, so he'll have to find it somewhere.
Test pilot. Was it the...
Yeah.
Daisy Ridley. Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Has...
Thank you. 27. Oh, thanks, everyone.
They're singing happy birthday.
Yeah. Is it her birthday today? Oh, nice.
Thank you.
We all sang happy
Yeah.
birthday. That's great.
Never thought this would happen, ever. Thank you.
Has Rey read the books she took from the tree library?
Such a
The tree library.
I mean, as we saw, those books are pretty large. she may have got started. How far through? Who knows? I don't know if we've talked about the portion of time it's been since the last one.
How long has it been since the last one, JJ?
Have we said? It's been a little while. So I guess she's getting through them.
Oh, it's all white.
Cool. That is
Cool.
good.
That's me with a stick.
I love this indoor-looking place.
That would be fantastic. In Yoda sentences, so you were always sort of trying to figure out what it meant.
Well, Rey has crazy strong force powers now, but her lightsaber's in pieces. Is she rebuilding that lightsaber, or are we in a start-from-scratch situation here?
Well, my answer is not the end of the story, because there are many more months to come and a film to come. But the lightsaber that Rey inherited from Luke lives.
Okay. Well, you can't get rid of that saber.
No.
Are there any, and I'm sure you can't tell me what they are there any new force powers that we were not aware of before that appear? For instance, we were thrown for a delightful loop on the force projection of Luke at the end of episode 8. Is there any new things that Rey is going to pull on us? Is she going to be able to pull down a Star Destroyer with her mind? Is she? Can she force flow through time? Is there? You don't have to look into it. Is there any new tricks?
This is a JJ question.
It's above her pay grade.
What are the tricks, JJ?
I think that's a yes. If you have to ask him.
No, I used to love Daisy.
I used to love Daisy.
Loved her. Thought she was awesome. I'll say this. There are some extraordinary things that the character and Daisy did in this movie. And there she is now. And some of the things, obviously we don't want to say anything at this moment, but I will say that some of the stuff that happened was possible because we had the most incredible stunt coordinator, Eunice Hoodhart, who was just the greatest, and she did remarkable work with the entire cast. And some of the things that you allude to will be seen. There she is now, Eunice. She's the best. Anyway, yes, there are some other things, and you'll see them soon.
Daisy, what's up with Rey and Kylo Ren? Or Rose and Finn? Or Rey and Finn? From your point of view, what's going on here? Where's this relationship going?
It's like Anakin.
I guess the Kylo and Rey thing we'll have to wait and see. The Rose and Finn thing, I don't know. Finn?
Unfortunate subtitle.
What do you think?
That is very unfortunate.
I mean, she my girl, my girl.
I guess
it's a nice chemistry. Just nice chemistry is all right. It's the middle of war. We're trying to figure ourselves out.
A lot of
we love
crazy
you one
things
day,
happen.
don't love you the next.
Love blooms on the battlefield.
Very distracting place to fall in love.
I guess, Daisy, what I'm asking is, do you have any more force visions of him semi-naked? Let's sell some tickets right now. Let's sell some tickets.
Sell some tickets right now.
I think I can confirm there are no more semi-naked Kylos. Unfortunately.
Only full naked.
Only full naked.
You had to take it up a notch, guys.
Since Adam's not here, can I ask a question that anybody here might know? His chest in episode 8, did he wax? Because it's completely, is that a Brazilian? Why is there he's a big man, not one hair on his chest.
When he turned around, it was surprising to the crew, I think, as to everyone. He's a big man. Yeah.
Ex-Marine?
Yeah. Once a Marine, always a Marine, Eric.
PPA's so confused.
Oh God, I'm so sorry.
Talk to me about his lightsaber. I'm just talking about. Okay. Kelly Marie Tran.
I'm glad she's getting love.
Yeah, she's getting a
Social
standing
media
O.
stuff,
Yeah. No one got a standing O until they came out.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's great.
Fucking
That's
well
great.
a little bit. That's gonna piss off all those fucking hoes.
Good.
Good for you.
Tacky actor.
I know.
It's really overwhelming. Hi, hello. Oh, thank you. Hi.
How are you?
How's it going, everybody? Woo!
Now, let's talk about a little character preparation for this movie. You narrated the audiobook version of the novel that tells Rose's backstory, Cobalt Squadron.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Did getting to know your character in book form give you more to bring into this film?
I had never done an audiobook before, and the thing I learned is that it's a very long process. But yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a lot of backstory with Rose and Paige, her older sister, so I think it definitely helps me in this upcoming one. Yeah.
As a trained mechanic, what do you think that Rose would think of the Millennium Falcon?
It's really cool.
But universally regarded as a hunk of junk.
Universally regarded. Everyone in that Resistance staff thinks it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah.
You kiss Finn again in this movie?
Woo. Listen, all I'm gonna say is Finn's a very eligible bachelor, much like John Boyega. I mean, sorry.
We're gonna cut that out.
Is that a yes or a no? And please say yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I hope you say yes, or I also have a lot of fan fiction that goes in the shredder at this point.
Does she have a saber?
Now, when last we saw your character, where was she?
She was in a coma. Yeah, asleep, taking a rest. I would like to do that too.
Can you tell me, JJ, if everybody we see on stage right now ends up together in this film?
Can I tell you that?
Well, you say that they're going on this adventure together.
Yeah.
Does that include everyone we're seeing, including Kelly Marie?
I will say that. How dare you?
I am not your agent right now. I am their agent right now.
Yeah.
I work for them, JJ.
I really appreciate that, Stephen. Way to pit me against my friends. I would say that you have to see what happens in the thing, but I will say that I was grateful to Rian Johnson for so many things that he did in 8. The greatest, though, the greatest for me was casting Kelly Marie.
Did not answer the question.
Nope.
Not at all.
Hello, Jonas.
Deflection.
Jonas.
Hello.
Yes.
Can I say one thing? What's up? That was Sherwood for Celebration, in case you didn't know.
This is your 4th time playing Chewie.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Are there any differences to the actual Chewie outfit that you're wearing, the actual Chewie costume?
I believe it has been this way since 1977. No. I mean, and I just want to say, can we get a big applause for my mentor, Mr. Peter Mayhew, at this point?
Real cool, man.
If it wasn't for his unique physicality, I don't think Chewbacca would be as memorable, and I don't think we would be seeing him here today, anticipating his upcoming appearance in the film, because the character is just so beloved, and you guys have shown it with your T-shirts and the kind words all throughout these 5 incredible years that I've become this. Transformed into this character, and I'm just so grateful for everyone who's been supportive. Let's go, Chewie!
Why do you... Jonas, why do you think that Chewie is such a beloved character? What do you think? What does Chewie mean? Because we don't know what Chewie is saying. He's a presence. What do you think his presence means?
Well, I think for me, playing Chewbacca is sort of a duty at this point, because when I was sitting in our living room carpet, wide-eyed, watching the saga start, and Luke drinking that blue milk and seeing Chewbacca for the first time, I was sure that in this world there's a place for everyone, and that I have to show everyone that Chewbacca, and no matter how big or small you are, there's a place for you in this world, and that's what I believe.
Aww.
That's the sweetest thing I've seen in my
I
life.
love
Yeah,
it. I
that
can't
is-
tell if she's so tiny. He's so big.
Yeah.
What do porgs taste like?
What does pork taste like?
What is it?
They taste best fried.
Yes.
Oh man.
I want to know what it was like shooting in Jordan. What was it like to be out there in the for all? This is a question for any of you. What was it like to be out there in that desert? Anthony, compare that to Tunisia. What was Jordan like compared to Tunisia?
Jordan was a truly remarkable experience. The first day driving out there on the set, it was my wife Christine who said, "But this is Ralph McQuarrie's painting. The backdrops, those stone fascias that you're looking at," and I would get goosebumps every day we drove out 45 minutes from the hotel, and it was, oh, it sounds corny, it was beyond a privilege to be there. And remarkably, the desert put up with us. Every day it tried to gain itself back to cover the roads that had been built to put us in, to say goodbye, no, enough, leave us alone. It was the most astounding setting to be in. And the Jordanian people, the Jordanian army, everybody there really were part of our kind of family. It was a glorious experience.
Right. Kathy and JJ, how long were you guys in the desert?
Well, actually, we had a crew there prepping for months prior to us arriving, and then we shot for about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Where's the nearest bar, JJ?
No, Stephen. We were working. It was an amazing thing, and we had hundreds of people in unbelievable costumes that Michael Kaplan designed. We had incredible creatures that Neil Scanlon and his team designed. So to be there with literally hundreds of people and in the heat of it, and having to take food breaks and bathroom breaks and prayer breaks, and it was a whole thing. But we got through it and actually finished a day ahead of schedule, which was kind of incredible.
And sandstorm breaks. Remember that? There'd be times when you'd see these big, huge red clouds coming over. We'd be in the middle of shooting, and everyone would have to take cover and go into tents and sometimes wait an hour or so for these huge sandstorms to blow over. Never thought I'd be in that.
We saw a couple of creature designs just now. Can you tell us who they are, or can you show us, are there any other creatures that you can show us?
There's a fun character who just appears, whose name is Claude with a K, K-L-A-U-D, and he is a friend of the Resistance and someone who actually, it turns out, Chewie brought into the...
Hey, it's Wax. Yeah, Wax. What was his
There's
name?
Greg
Wax?
Rumberg.
Wexley.
But there are so many. There were, when we did episode 7, I felt like it had been, there was no way to top what had been created in terms of creatures. Cool. When you see this movie, you'll see that Neil and the whole creature team did it. It's an incredible thing what they've made, what they built, and the actors who performed them and puppeteered them. It was remarkable.
Can I just say, there's one particular creature roaming around on set that I really thought that was wonderfully made. And it was my son who got to visit the set. What? And I'm just kidding. And it was so lovely working on this film after becoming a father. To have my son, that's my son right there.
Aww. That makes sense. That's adorable.
And if you see the wonder, and he's not afraid of Chewbacca.
Aww.
He had a good time with this cast, and especially Daisy. Thank you so much for all the cast, for welcoming little Atos whose name nobody can pronounce, just like mine, to this Star Wars experience. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you.
Cool. Yeah.
Now, at the risk of pandering, Star Wars fans are the greatest fans in the world. And I know because I am one of them. I've been a Star Wars fan 3 weeks longer than any of you, and you can look up online why that's true.
That is true.
It's true. What'd you say? I would love to tell the story. It's my story, BB-8.
Give him 1 second.
Yes. This is very quickly the story. So when I was in 1977, when I was 13 years old, local radio station was giving away tickets to this movie called Star Wars. Nobody knew what it was. And me and my friends called in. We were like the 8th caller, and we got 4 tickets to go see Star Wars. Big blue tickets that you had to go to the local radio station to pick up, WTMA, 1250 on your AM dial. And it was me, Keith Sargey, Haskell Fudenberg, and Haskell Fudenberg's mom, because somebody had to drive. And we handed the tickets in. We said, can we keep the tickets as we went in? Because we didn't know what it was, but it felt like it was special, because they were big tickets, and it had the Death Star, and it had like an X-Wing fighter sweeping up like that.
That's
and
cool.
It said Star Wars, and what the hell was Star Wars? And we walked in, we sat down, and as soon as, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, it came on the screen, we got chills, because we knew that, A, that was a unique way to look at science fiction, the future through the past. And also, it immediately set you in that fairy tale world. And then, of course, and no one knew what the hell was going on, and everyone cheered. We didn't know what we were in for. And then 2 hours later, we woke up Haskell's mom and said, the movie's over. She didn't like the flashy lights. And we got in the car, went home, and it was a full moon. And I know it was 3 weeks before because there was a full moon, and we all thought it was the Death Star following us as we went home. And on Monday, when I got to school, we couldn't explain to anybody how everything was different now, and that we had seen the future. So anyway, that's why I've been a fan 3 weeks longer than all of y'all. So
cool.
But I'm sorry, BB, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I know you. I think he's got something to say. Is there...
In this movie, BB-8 has a new friend. Would you guys want to meet him?
Okay.
Let's bring him out. This is Dio.
Whoa.
Cool.
That is a little droid.
Yep.
Man,
That is cool.
that looks great.
Yeah.
And what's this fella's name again?
Yeah, this is Dio.
Dio.
And this is yet another incredible collaboration and creation of
It's cool
Neil
design.
Skyland
It's just a
and
wheel, but I like
the creature.
how
and
It reminds me
the
of Wall-E
team
for some
on the
reason.
movie.
Oh, cool. Fully articulating head. That is
Weird.
Yeah.
Okay. When we does.
I will say that when we did the film, we never had Dio exist quite this way. There was a rig and puppeteers and things, and like with Celebration last time, these were different designs that we went through working on him.
Look at that.
Like with Celebration last time, when on episode 7, when BB-8 rolled out, and we'd never had a BB-8 be able to roll out. It's amazing what Celebration makes these geniuses do and force them to do. So this is really was built for you.
How does it turn like that?
But before we're done here, I got one more question for you, JJ. Can we please show our appreciation to JJ and Kathy and to the entire cast of episode 9 for being here?
show some shit.
Oh God, show us the trailer. Oh. Dang, Shane. Scored right in my face. Scored.
But
It sounded like.
We got some screenshots, I guess. That's it, guys.
JJ, before Before any of you leave, is there anything else?
Breathless.
That's everything.
JJ's looking at him like, don't do this to me.
I think I know what they want.
By any chance, by any stretch of the imagination, is there anything else you would like to share with the audience?
Who here wants to see a teaser trailer?
Yeah, God, come on, baby.
Please.
God.
Please.
Okay.
We're gonna name. We're gonna name.
Before we do this, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Stephen Colbert.
That was a real.
Thank you so much. This is so fun.
Kathy, Anthony, Billy, Daisy, John, Oscar, Kelly, Jonas.
Tall, handsome man.
We're going to get out of your way, but mostly, thank you so much. Hope you enjoy. Cheers.
Okay.
Yes. All right. Let's do this.
Okay, right.
Beautiful thing.
Okay.
Panting.
We've passed on all we know.
Oh my God.
See this? There's a saber.
1,000 generations live in you now.
Ooh, land speeder.
But this is your fight.
Okay, it is.
Does it sound like a TIE fighter? Was she gonna force speed?
Oh! Thank you, Santa! Whoa!
Oh, please!
His helmet.
Yeah.
Put it back together.
Look at that.
Oh, this is cool.
Dude, look at that. Oh, they're like a sand barge.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa, what's that?
Is that parts of the Death Star? That's the dish.
No way. What was that?
What was that? What was that?
Wait.
The Rise of Skywalker! What's that? What's that? What's that?
I can't fucking see.
The Rise of Skywalker!
That's so awesome.
Was that the Emperor? Was that Palpatine?
I think it
Ian
was.
McDermott? Was that Ian McDermott?
Fuck.
Oh.
I told you I cried. I told you last night I cry sometimes.
I have tears in my eyes. Oh. Terrible.
I'm shaking. The Rise of Skywalker. What a great name.
So fucking awesome.
TROS.
Who's that?
Oh my God! How?
It's all red.
How? How?
Shh, quiet.
Oh my God!
Roll it again.
Oh my God! The Emperor!
Fucking hot.
I'm leaking.
Here, you can just get over here.
No.
Closer. Okay.
Give me a. Round two. Fuck, I love Star Wars. We're watching it again, guys. Reaction going again.
Yeah.
That was not the TIE Silencer. That was a different ship. It looked awesome. Why is the transparency low?
Right.
I think they're just showing it with the audience reaction. And that's Luke.
Yeah. Luke talks first.
We're watching a reaction video now.
Yeah.
Every generation has a legend. Every saga has a beginning from episode 1. You remember that trailer?
Yeah.
I can't believe we live in this world. This is just like the Force Awakens. A little bit. With the breathing and then the...
Yeah.
Look at our girl.
Dude, the way she does this running jump.
Reminds me of like an Anakin / Padme with that outfit.
Yeah.
Oh. She's gonna slice into it.
Yeah. Yeah, we cut the whole side off.
Dude, that there,
That's
he takes
cool.
down that guy.
That
That's
is
So is that Leia's theme then? This is Leia's
That's
theme.
Leia's
Really?
theme, yeah.
The Rise of Skywalker.
I love this.
Oh.
What is that?
I don't
It's
know.
gotta be-
dish.
It looks like the Death Star.
I mean, it would have had a massive...
That laugh, man.
That is Ian McDermott. 100%.
Dude, I heard that. I'm like, that sounds like Emperor. Can't be the Emperor. How's the Emperor? How? How?
Dude, I can feel the energy from that room.
Yeah, it's like hot on my back.
It's a block away.
That's it, right?
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Oh my god. Is that the end of the stream?
Just was waiting to make sure that nothing, like, no one else, I want to turn off if someone else comes out.
yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay,
So let's stop it.
Let's pause. Okay, guys, so we just watched the full panel. If you want our the sheer reaction after the trailer, you can check that out in the earlier video from today.
Yep.
But this is going to be about the panel as a whole, which, I mean, they had a huge cast up there. Stephen Colbert.
Yeah,
which was a
which is
big
cool.
surprise.
It's a very interesting choice.
Now,
I loved it.
I had no idea.
He's a closet nerd because you ask that guy, he knows every single fact possible about Tolkien.
Yeah.
Which is the nerdiest of the nerd.
Yes.
You know?
He's the original nerd.
Yeah, that dude can shoot off the Silvermillion facts, you know? Him and James Franco. James Franco would go on his show and be like, all right, Steven, I'm going to get you. What were the names of, and he would say this, and Stephen Colbert would be like, oh, okay, you come on my show. You come in my house, trying to. It's like a wrestling promo.
Yeah.
He just shouts them off. It's so funny. But he's a closet nerd, and I love his story about how he's 3 weeks.
Yeah, his
older
3
of a
weeks
Star Wars
earlier
fan.
of a Star Wars.
That's a great
thing was really
story,
cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that was.
I wish I had a giant blue ticket to Star Wars.
Fuck yeah, man.
They all like that back then? Shit.
No, just the promo tickets were.
It was probably the radio show that did
Yeah.
won it from and stuff. Because, they were not prepared for Star Wars.
Yeah.
Whenever it came out, they didn't even have the action figures ready. They had to sell, like, a voucher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you could mail away and get your figures a year later. That's
crazy.
That's why I was watching that episode of This Is Us, and Toby's like, yeah, these are original 1977 Star Wars figures. Like, no, they're not, Toby. They're 78. They didn't have them in 77. Trying to get me. This Is Us. It got me, and I cry all the time. But yeah, this panel, I mean, I love seeing all this. The moment of
I wasn't
Kelly
sure.
Marie Tran.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, that was
All
really
that.
good. I'm so happy that she was received that well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
me
all
too.
the stuff that happened with social
Asian
media and
power,
everything
baby.
and all
Yeah.
that, I was glad that, like, especially the fans there,
Sure.
like, gave
Yeah.
her, like, they all stand it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
It
we
was great
know
for
that
that.
that's a response to the shit that she went
Yeah.
through,
Yeah.
And, but I'm just glad that support's there. And, one of the things we were talking about as we were at Celebration is, like, what's the vibe going to be like? Because there was some division with Episode 8,
Yeah.
But everybody here has been great. I haven't had anybody be like, it's
Except
not
for
really
Rick.
my thing.
Wow.
Well, he's not here.
Rick hasn't seen
No,
it.
I was excited when they brought out Anthony Daniels, which
Yeah.
is great because he's like Stephen Colbert said, he's been in every Star Wars movie,
Everyone. Even Solo.
Even if you don't count Solo, he's been 3PO in all of the
Yeah.
saga movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
which is great.
And Rogue One, very briefly.
Yeah. Very
but
good.
but no, and then Billy D coming out, I was
Oh,
like,
it's
because
so
I haven't
good.
been trying to look up anything of cast people and everything. So I'm
Yeah.
like, when they said Billy D's coming out, I'm like, oh, sweet Billy D. And then it hit me like, wait, that means he's a cast in the
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, when it comes to spoilers, Aaron is, I think, the most strict. Calvin next, and then me and Shane. I had known that Billy D was going to be in this.
Yeah,
But they had
for a
announced
while.
that, but you stay away from everything.
I mean, a lot of
I'm
it,
strict. I'm just not as vocal as
Sure.
Aaron.
a lot of it isn't even that I'm like strictly trying to make sure I just don't go anywhere where
Yeah.
I would look up any information usually.
Yeah.
So.
Like, Aaron's
So-
that... You're
That's
gonna,
been known for like 6 months.
I'm just saying, Aaron's
Yeah.
that guy that someone's going to be out and be like, all right, no spoilers, but are you excited about Lando? And he'll be like, fuck!
I didn't know you didn't know about Lando.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
I didn't know
ever
you didn't
hearing
know.
that Billy D was going to be
I
in
didn't.
the movie.
I didn't hear about it.
So like,
Okay, yeah.
but it was funny because it was like Billy D. Williams, like, oh sweet, Billy D. Williams here, and I was like, wait a minute, they said cast, he's in the movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow,
Yeah.
that kind of hit me.
And he's
like,
wearing solo colors.
Good.
that
Yeah.
Donald Glover wore.
dude, the photos of that, like
love
I
it.
love the photo of him,
Yep.
and we mentioned in there too. It's so bright.
I want him and Donald, picture of him and Donald Glover and me. Yeah.
And you,
Yeah. for like a photo op.
Could you imagine
Oh,
a
okay.
photo up of like
That'd be great.
all of them?
That's a good idea.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
That is good.
Like I'm trying to get that one with Maul where it's Sam Witwer and Ray Park.
Yeah, that's great.
You know, it's gonna be
Dang
great.
it.
But no, I'm excited about that. And then they went into the new cast.
They went in the new cast, which I mean, I love the new cast. The idea that all of these guys are going on the same adventure, you know, feels really
Good.
earned. You would say that, like, well, maybe they should have done that in the beginning, but there's something about it that I'm thinking, like, this is like the fucking Avengers when they came
Yeah.
together, even though they're all
Exactly.
in the same movie. They've all been so far apart. Poe and Ray never even met until the last scene of the last movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, I just thought about this. Kind of dives into the trailer stuff a little bit
Sure.
too. But we had that one question about, like, you know, we had Luke Skywalker doing a force projection.
Yeah.
First time we ever seen that.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Is there anything new, Daisy, that you're going to be doing?" And she's
Yeah.
like, "JJ, how about you?" And he just kind of was like, you know, this ultimate evil in the galaxy
Yeah.
and stuff. And like,
Ultimate evil
you know,
in the galaxy,
like,
you're
he,
right.
He mentioned something like that, and like it's ultimate evil, and finally defeating the greatest evil in the galaxy. It's kind of what
Yeah.
he said. He's like, you know, she did, you know, there is some new things that she's gonna be able to do. What if the Emperor has died, but she does some kind of flow walk thing, and
she fucks it up,
and you know, and she goes back and she sees him, and it's kind of a past into the present-y kind of thing
He
going
definitely
on.
used the
you
word
know?
time flow while he was speculating,
Yeah.
which flow walking was a term from the old EU. It's not canon, but Jason Solo used flow walking to do some
Yeah.
shit.
I'm just saying, like,
Is it not canon?
what if they did
Yeah, it's not
something
canon.
Like
weird?
Legends. Well, Ryan Johnson pulled flow walking from.
No, he pulled the astral projection, not flow walking.
Okay, yeah, he pulled astral projection.
Flow walking is astral projecting
Yeah.
through time.
Yeah, where you typically can watch, but you can't really interact with stuff usually. But
I mean,
you
that's
know,
all
with,
legend stuff,
With
but-
Emperor Palpatine, as strong as he is, like maybe he sees Rey. You know, like wouldn't that be something crazy?
Here's what I'm thinking. Okay, Calvin, this is a little bit of spoilers for Rebels. I know, but we gotta talk about it.
I don't want
a
to
bit.
spoil him.
I know, but we have to talk about it.
Us three should have a giant conversation about it by ourselves, like a podcast. I don't want to, like, because I remember my time in Rebels watching that stuff. It was amazing.
Sure.
I wouldn't want to ruin it for others.
Well, in
But I
that
know-
case, I'll go differently.
In what you're saying, though, that'd be sweet.
In what I'm saying, that there was, like, Ian McDiarmid has recently played Palpatine in a thing, right? I mean, he just has. And it has been Sam Witwer and other characters. And whenever that came out, people were going like, "What's interesting? They got Ian McDiarmid to play Palpatine again."
Yeah.
And that was around the time they would have been casting for this.
And he was like, it's like he's been popping up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying that that's the spoiler. The spoiler is
No.
completely different.
Yeah, I know the spoiler.
But, you know, when it comes to, like, you know, this, it's one of those things where if a movie goes on too long, eventually time travel comes into it. It comes into place.
Yeah.
And I don't think Star Wars should go there.
Yeah.
But
it's just something else you can pull from the EU.
But not only
that-
would we be getting Palpatine back, Palpatine is a Sith Lord.
Yeah.
We'd be getting the Sith back. What does that mean for the balance of the Force and for Anakin Skywalker's sacrifice? Does that mean his story's not done? Because this is 9 movies, baby. He's not in 6, he's in 9. I don't know.
Here's what I was saying, too. I think I might have said it in the trailer, but you get that moment of, like, you know, grandfather, I want to finish what you
Yeah.
started. Like, what is, maybe that's not referring
Yeah.
to. Maybe what he needs to finish is the Emperor who's not dead.
Yeah.
You know, like, what if it's that?
We're going into a lot more speculation than we are just reviewing the thing.
Yeah.
This is stuff that we could have put in the trailer,
Well,
too.
it was
but-
just some things I thought about while we're
Yeah.
going through
Maybe
this.
we can
I was
kinda
like,
put it in there.
man, remember whenever Steven asked Daisy this, and then Daisy said
Yeah.
JJ, and then JJ's like, yeah, she's going to be doing some cool stuff.
Some cool
like, what could
stuff.
she be doing? Like, the flow, you know, flow walking could be sweet.
But I mean, the Force awoke.
Yeah.
Right? The Force awakens.
It was dormant.
Darkness rises and light to meet it. Is Darkness rises? Is that Snoke? Is that Palpatine? We don't know. Who was Snoke? Is Snoke something connected with Palpatine?
Yeah, could there be a
That could
connection
be
there?
the story.
Yeah.
That
Well,
everybody's
you know,
like,
and-
I
and-
don't fucking like it.
And Ryan Johnson might have done the best thing
Yeah.
by like creating this like
The vacuum.
eliminating the
The
vacuum,
vacuum,
and they had
yeah.
to go, how can we top him? And then all these writers come up with this great thing. Mm-hmm. And it's cool. And then historically, 8 will be looked at more fondly.
Well, see, the other thing I always had too is like what. Yeah, like I said, I never look into like what they've been announcing or anything, but like, did they have any kind of notions of what they wanted to go into? That whenever Ryan did what he did, and everyone's like, "What the fuck, Ryan fucked it up." I'm like, well, maybe they had an idea of where they were going.
Yeah,
it wasn't like they were completely blinded by it. You know, he blindsided JJ, and JJ was like, "Well, fuck, I'll fix it." You know, I feel like they wouldn't have done that specifically. Yeah, I feel like they would have had some ideas.
Yeah. The rest of the panel itself, though, I mean, I really enjoyed it. It was kind of like just biting your nails, waiting for this.
Honestly,
to happen.
for me,
You
I
know?
love John. Daisy. What's his name? Jonas. Okay, like I love that guy. He was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems like a really cool, thankful guy.
The new droid.
Honored Peter Mayhew.
Yeah, it's great.
I love that.
Yeah. The new droid. What's his name? Dio. So Dio.
I think it's Dio. Yeah.
I mean, it's an interesting design. It's cool they have the physical model there.
And I imagine like DIO will be like it's spelled out, kind of like R2 has that spelled out R2.
Yeah. I personally have felt like the criticism that R2 didn't really play much in this trilogy, and now you have another droid to focus on and stuff too. I'm like, I can kind of see that, but he had a great moment in 8. Fortunately, in 7, he was to the very end. We don't see R2, so. There's a part of me that's like, I don't want another droid. I want R2 back.
You know what's weird is I kind of thought there was going to be like a more of a bipedal type 3PO counterpart coming out
to BB-8.
Yeah, that's what I kind of thought, and I was like, oh, this will fuck.
Sure,
he's cool. Whatever.
Now BB-8's the big
I
one.
really do like BB-8 quite a bit.
Me too.
Yeah. He's grown. I mean, it's kind of
especially in Resistance.
Yeah, it's like Chopper or something. Like there's droids that like kind of connect you and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think about? They brought in someone new. I've never heard of her or anything, but they said Jaina. Is her name right? Jana.
She looked like a badass.
J-A-N-A.
She looked like a badass.
Yeah, she kind of.
That picture's like a Michonne kind of like warrior out just surviving in the wilderness maybe kind of thing or something.
They also specifically didn't give her a name when they announced Rose last time. It was Rose Tycho or Tico.
No last name.
No last name here. And then they even said like Calrissian daughter. No answer.
Well,
she's like
her answer was like
Lando.
It's charming. Could have tons of kids.
I mean, maybe she's his girlfriend or something.
They teased it, they never said anything.
That'd be hilarious.
I also kind of thought of...
well, there's that idea, too, because I think whenever they had Finn, people were like, oh, is he related to Lando? Like, just because you got someone else's flag doesn't mean they got to be all related, Jesus.
So,
but I know, I kind of thought, like, man, could that be related to Lando? But at the same time, it's like, have a new character that has no relation, that's fine. Someone, what's this desert planet they're on?
Yeah.
Like, it's not Jakku.
Yeah.
It's not Tatooine, I don't think. Like, where are they? And were they
There's just some beautiful locations. There's a lot of collars that are popping.
Yeah. Were they on Endor?
It'd be really
that
cool
looked
because
like it was the Death Star.
Endor would have
a
massive planetary shift if chunks of the Death Star hit it.
Well, the Ewoks are back in this.
Shockwave and shit.
I don't know, that'd be sweet. But
Ewoks and porgs, they're flying.
The reason I'm saying about Endor, too, like, the trailer had that one shot. But there's also that shot of, like, Rey with her staff that was, like, in a foresty-looking environment.
Yeah.
And even then, I was like, looks like they're at Endor.
That's what I kind of thought.
Endor has these giant redwood trees, right?
Yeah.
I haven't seen
it's in England, right?
Trees. No, Redwood,
okay.
California.
Yeah. For some reason, I was thinking they're shooting at one forest.
It's like Northern California.
They use Harry Potter.
So I didn't see that, but I mean, there's nothing to say that those forests of trees are all over the planet. I'm sorry, the moon.
If the Death Star crashed into it,
True.
could have destroyed a big area
And
of
that's
trees.
new growth?
Yeah.
Could be.
I don't know.
Coincidentally, we did release a film, Kylo Ren: The Awakening, that takes place on the forest moon of Endor.
Yeah.
Because he had to have gone there to get the mask.
Yeah.
So that's canon. So make sure you guys check that out.
Yeah.
Right here on YouTube, you can watch it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna have to wrap this up. We gotta get over to that celebration.
Yeah, there's lots.
But
of
I really enjoyed the panel. There's gonna be more panels. We're gonna be at the Mandalorian panel and giving a retrospective of that afterwards.
Yes.
So make sure you guys are sticking around for that.
And we'll be talking about the Phantom Menace because we're going to the 20th anniversary of that. So
we'll have that.
We'll be there and we'll talk about that afterwards as well.
We'll also have Clone Wars and Resistance and Rebels look back. There's gonna be a lot of stuff at Celebration. You guys gotta make sure you stay tuned to Blind Wave. Make sure you subscribe. Okay.
Love you.
All right, we're gonna be done. Let's do it.
I don't want to.
Guys, thank you very much for watching these videos. Again, subscribe because we're gonna have a lot more coming out from Celebration, and we're gonna be working on a vlog that's gonna be coming out hopefully soon too, where you guys can see all of our adventures in the Celebration. We love you. Thank you very much for checking this out. And if you haven't yet, I don't know how you haven't, go check out the reaction
In the shirts.
trailer.
Shirts.